night. When things get crazy, or all is carefree, they know your fears and all your hope up. They guard your secrets. No need for asking, they just show up. Don't need no reason. Sharing the minds and sharing the dark days, share the joys and more. That's what a best friend, that's what a best friend's for.
Hey, this is my best friend Jess.
Hi, this is my bestie Holly, and we've been friends for a very long time.
Yeah, we met in middle school when we were in 6th grade. Specifically, we met in orchestra class.
Yes, Holly had blue eyeshadow, and I had checkered DC shoes.
Yes.
And I also wore a jacket, even when it was like 100 degrees outside.
Oh, me too.
It was such a bad time.
Every day.
But I played the violin, and Holly played the viola,
Yeah.
and we were pretty darn good.
Yeah, we were. I think we were both first chair for a little bit.
Yeah, until the girl who started playing she started playing violin when she was 4 years old. Just came in and took first seat, and I'm like, well, no one's gonna be better than you.
But Jess and I became
You
best
remember
friends. Yeah, I remember her.
But yeah, we were besties. We were orc dorks.
Hi, my name is Kathy Millette, and this is my friend Geraldine Benner, and we met here at CLC about 14 years ago. Her and her husband started coming here, and we were both interpreters. We both helped out in the deaf ministry at that time.
We did, and enjoyed every minute of it.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was a real experience for me when I first started at Christian Life, back then Christian Life Church, now Christian Life Austin, because I had come from a Catholic upbringing. So coming into a totally different environment in the church, but then meeting Kathy and then helping interpreting was really a great experience.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a lot
because
of
I have a
fun.
daughter that's deaf, so I know sign language, and Kathy helped me really just smooth right into here, and I just loved it. And we clicked, didn't we,
We
Kath?
did. We did.
just clicked.
From the moment we met, we clicked. So,
So me and Holly are very diverse in what we like to do together, but I feel like our favorite thing to do together is sit on the couch or on a bed, anywhere comfy, and just like watch TikToks together or talk about books.
I didn't know where you were going with that. But that's
or
true.
really do anything where we're just like sitting there and talking forever or laughing at things.
We like to just sit and read books.
Yeah, in silence.
I feel like that's how you know you are a true best friend. You can sit in silence.
Yeah.
And read books.
And sometimes if the like plot gets juicy, I'll gasp or you'll gasp.
And we'll share
Yes.
what's going on.
with G, whatever you do doesn't matter what you're doing. It's going to be fun. We like to play games. We like to play. We recently learned how to play 42, so that's kind of our new game right
She's
now.
very good at it, and Chuck and her, yes,
My
they
husband
picked it
and
up
I
like that.
We're very good at it. Well, and we're very good at it too because we always play partners. So,
Yes. And we'll stay up till like 11 or 12
Or-
playing 42.
yes, that's. And we do like to vacation. We like to travel. We have traveled a lot together. We've been to the Dominican Republic. We've been
Yes.
to the Bahamas. We've been, where else have we been?
We've been to Colorado, we've been to Missouri, we've been to Arkansas, we've been to New Mexico. We've been,
Yeah.
and we enjoy it. And I tell you, we take advantage of every escapade that we can possibly think of.
Absolutely.
Something about Jess that's totally opposite of me is our wardrobes and our
Yeah.
styles. I tend to wear colors that are like brighter or more girly, I guess, and you are always more edgy and more like darker colors or more neutral colors.
I love that I'm described as edgy.
Yeah, you are edgy.
Okay, I love that.
What do
That's
you
good.
think?
Okay, something that's opposite of us is I feel like it's gotta be just the way that we handle like the smallest details.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like someone will tell me something so small and I'm like, and Holly is just like, yeah. It's just like a different in the drama level, which I feel like has to be a cultural thing. And her parents are so laid back. And my family unit is probably the most dramatic family unit that's ever existed.
That's so true.
And then Holly's so calm and normal.
Why, thank you.
Not dramatic at all. Everything just pulls a gasp out of us, like, yeah, exactly. So.
Well, there are a lot of funny stories. Some of them probably aren't appropriate for the camera, so we'll just move on with that. But anyway, the funny story is that Kathy is what her term is, flibberty gibbet. She cannot make her mind up on anything. It does not matter. You can look at that vase and she'll pick it up and she'll be in love with it. In about 2 seconds, she'll go put it back. So when we go anywhere, I just look at her and I go, you go for it, because I'm telling you, I would be waiting somewhere out here because you're so flibberty gibbet that you cannot make a decision. Am I
can't.
right?
I have 2 other outfits out in the car right now.
That is
true.
So Jess and I met in 6th grade, but our relationship really got deep in 9th grade. When I was young, my sister passed away, and I never really had the time to process all of the emotions and things that went into it because I was so young when it happened. And when I really started getting into my teenage years, I had so many questions and it was on my mind a lot, and I became really angry with God and even with my parents because I felt like they didn't fully explain things to me when I was so young just because they knew I wouldn't understand it then. But we had not had like a serious conversation about it really again, and I was upset with God for taking her from me, and I just didn't know what I was feeling. And one day all of those feelings really came to a head together, and I went on a run in my neighborhood and I just started sobbing, and I was like, what do I do with these feelings inside? I don't know what to do with them. And so I called Jess, and I don't even know if she could understand half the things I was saying on the phone, but I just told her everything that was going through my head, and she was the one who was there for me to help me process all those emotions and to help me just come to terms with everything. And her family at the time was going to a church, and she said, you should come with us because you really need to like learn about God and figure it out so that you can forgive him for what happened. And right. I know. And so that's when Jess and I's relationship, I think, really took it to the next level, because I shared with her something that was really deep and going on, and she helped me get through that. So yeah.
So I knew that G was a true friend when my husband passed away. I was married for 30 years to John McFerrin, and he came down with a horrible illness. He was sick for about 7 years with a progressive supranuclear palsy, and it was very traumatic. And
Awful.
he was in the Waco Hospital at the Veterans Hospital, and that's where he passed away. And the day before he passed away, all of his family came to see him, and they opened up this room where everybody could be together, and so he was able to see his family before he actually passed away. But the next day, I was by myself with my son, and we were the only ones there, and he passed away. And
I know. I remember. It's okay.
I know, it was so sweet. I called G, and she said, "Are you alone?" And I said, "Well, it's just Jesse and I." And she said, "I'll be there." And I said, "G, that's 100 miles." And she said, "No worries." She said, I'm on my way." And I knew then that she would be a friend for life.
And I am. And it was touching that she called, and and I didn't want her to be alone. And I'll remember that day. I'll remember that
I will
day
too.
forever.
Jesse and I will too.
Yes.
It was very special.
I love you.
So as Holly said, we've been friends for a really long time. We started our friendship in 6th grade, and we've been through a lot together, but I feel like our relationship really deepened same year as her. It was actually 9th grade. When I was in 7th grade, I was sexually abused by a older student, and that went on for probably about a year. And I never told anyone, and I was finally able to get away from that person, and still the cops, no one knew what was going on. Finally, in 9th grade, I decided that Holly was going to be the first person that I told, and her reaction was just everything that I needed. And she gave me the courage to tell my mom, and it's just something that I'll hold with me forever. By the time I got to high school, like my sophomore year, I had kind of decided that God wasn't going to be something that I was going to involve myself in. Like Holly said, in 9th grade, my family was involved in a church, and I just kind of fell off. And I know that God gave me Holly so that I could constantly see what his love looks like, because I wasn't going to go in and find it in a church. I wasn't going to go and find it in prayer. But he made sure that I had her, so that's when our relationship deepened, for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I've actually known for a while that Kathy was a true friend, and I'll tell you, I really think it was because I really think Kathy taught me that it's okay to pray aloud.
Oh, wow.
Really, Kathy, I
right,
don't know that I've ever shared that with you, but I came from a Catholic upbringing, and I loved that I was brought up Catholic. However, when my husband and I were trying to find a church that we could agree on, and we came here, I was very shocked, because coming from Catholic to a non-denominational or Pentecostal, or they're very different. They open up, pray openly and sing very loudly, and I was shocked. And then I really became close to Kathy, and she really was my inspiration to feel comfortable, to worship and glorify God openly, because I was used to doing it very solemnly. But now I just feel very free about it, and I thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry again.
And I love you for that.
Thank you. I had no idea.
I knew that Jess was a true friend when I studied abroad in college, and the time difference was so off that we could hardly ever talk. And so every morning when I woke up at like 7 or 8 a.m. in Spain, it was the middle of the night here in Austin, and I would call her while I was getting ready every single morning. And every night, Jess slept with her ringer on so that she could answer it in the middle of the night and talk to me, wake up and talk to me for like 30 minutes or an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Every single night for like 6 weeks while I was there.
Yeah, that was like the hardest 6 weeks of my life. Not even because I was waking up in the middle of the night, because you literally weren't there.
I know.
Holly has enriched my life. Again, this is one of those things in every single way possible. But presently, Holly is pregnant with my brother's baby. So
With your niece.
she's my family. She became my sister-in-law. We're sister besties, and she's enriching my life by bringing another member of the family into the family. My first niece, the first grandkid. Like, it's gonna be a whole different dynamic, and I'm excited. Little baby's not here yet, but life is already enriched. I'm planning a baby shower right now for my bestie sister. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that our relationship deepened once I realized that Kathy, who was a widow, and my friend and doctor, Dr. Millette, and I really felt a calling. Really, God was telling me, you need to hook these two up. These two souls need each other.
She played Cupid. She
I
really
did. I did. And
And she asked us both constantly, hey, you just need to meet Chuck. And she'd tell Chuck, you just need to meet Kathy. And we were both like, no, we're not dating. We don't, no.
insistent, both of them.
But you don't tell G no.
No, I kept saying there's something, they have to find one another. They need one another. And so I had a medical emergency come up that I needed a second opinion on, and I called Chuck, or Dr. Millette, and I said, I need to come in, I need you to check my mouth for something. And he goes, okay, come on in. Well, then I called Kathy.
Yes.
I didn't even take my husband.
No.
I took Kathy. I said, you need to come with me.
Well,
She
I
goes,
volunteered to go with
You did.
I did.
You did. But my husband
'Cause
was
you
kind
shouldn't
of,
have to do that by yourself.
no, but
It was traumatic.
it was very, very bad. And my husband's like, I need to go. I said, no, this is my opportunity to introduce Chuck and Kathy. And well, God was with us, because what I thought was in my mouth was gone. And Chuck couldn't believe it was no longer there. It was really a miracle.
It really was.
I think it was God saying, this is how we're going to get these two together. Because the story began right after that.
It did. It
And
did.
they kind of clicked, and then we, set up a couple of dates.
They were not dates. They
Of course they were not. They
were not
both say
dates.
they were
It
not
was
dates.
a group of us went out to dinner
Yes.
a couple of times. And then after that, it was just,
Then it was dates.
then it was when we played Liar's Dice at your,
Oh, we did.
another game that we like to play.
Yes.
And we were playing at your house.
Yes.
And this game is, you basically have to lie to your partner.
She's horrible.
And I couldn't lie. Chuck was my partner, and I just couldn't lie to him. I just would crack up. And anyway,
I think that's what made him fall in love with her. He said, the girl can't lie. This is good.
it was kind of a good trip.
It's a cute game. But then when they left our house, we were all looking out the window. What's happening? Like they were
know.
teenagers.
And Chuck kept asking me for my phone number, and I was like, okay. And then we'd start talking about something, and he'd say, well, yeah, I probably should get your phone number. And I was like, okay. And we'd keep talking, and then he finally just had to flat out say it. Can I have your phone number? So,
And then it was a courtship.
yeah, it
Courtship, and then it was marriage, and then now the four
We're-
of us are best friends. I mean, well, we do a lot of things
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Not only trips, but we
We play games.
play games. We meet up at church, and after church we go have lunch or dinner, and and we know a lot about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the funniest moments that I can remember for Jess and I, well, first of all, you'll have to know that Jess will do anything for a photo. We will go above and beyond to get the right shot, all kinds of things, multiple takes. Our phones are full of photos from the same photo shoot. And anyways, okay, we were at the beach one year and it was raining, like the whole time.
I know where this is going.
And it was raining the whole time. Like, I don't know that we went to the beach one time, but we really wanted those Insta photos.
we drove by the beach.
Yeah, we drove by the beach, pouring rain.
Keep in mind, we were both in sororities, and it
Yes.
really mattered that we
Yeah.
got the Chi and the Delta Zeta shots.
Yeah, we were on beach vacation. Everyone had to know we were at the beach. So we get on the bed in our Airbnb that we're in, and we lay out a comforter that looks enough like a beach towel to pass as a beach towel. And we set up lights and lamps. We get all the lamps from the whole house.
We had a lamp like in
Yes.
my hand or something.
We had a lamp like over us so that it could look as sunny as possible. And then we like had put on our bathing suit and then laid down on the beach towel while one person stood above the bed to take the photo and edited it up all nice and bright and then posted it like we were at the beach.
We were 19, maybe?
Yeah, probably. Like just got in college, wanted to be cool.
I'm so glad we're adults now. I'm so glad.
So, I want to explain how G has enriched my life, inspired my life. Number one, she introduced me to my husband, which is an amazing man, and I'm very, very happy about that. Even though we took a little bit longer than she
You did.
wanted us to.
But you got a great one.
And he's been a great inspiration in my life. And then the other thing that G taught me was to have fun, always have fun. This girl has the energy of a 12-year-old, and we can't be anywhere where we won't meet somebody new, we won't try something new, it's just, she has brought so much fun to my life.
Aw.
And adventure. Oh my goodness, we've had some adventures.
We have a
And
lot.
I just appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And I love having the adventures
I
with
know,
you.
it is always so much fun, no matter what we do.
Yeah.